Hey, this is Ant from Your Property Network, and this is my favorite part of the job where I get to bring on a fellow property investor and dig deep and dive deep into their deal and share with you all the numbers behind the numbers and the challenges along the way, how they chose their strategy, how they found this deal, and exactly what it delivers from a financial perspective. But this one's incredible. I've been looking at the photos this morning, and I'm sure that my guest this morning got a huge amount of intrinsic reward from doing this project, as well as the kind of financial benefits. So with that in mind, welcome to the call, Daria. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much for your time today.
So Daria, I said I've been looking at these pictures and they are stunning, a project that you should really proud of. So to paint a picture, we're going to talk about the project in a few minutes time, but we're going to talk about your background as well and how you got into property. But the project we're going to be talking about it's a holiday let property, isn't it? And a really fantastic looking one. So tell us a bit about yourself. So very few of us are born property investors. What were you doing before you were doing this?
So actually, what I was doing, I was living in about 12 different countries. And I visit about 32 countries. So that's what I was doing. I was traveling, enjoying my life. So I start my journey with the properties in 2010. I got my first very small flat. I renovated completely. It was crawl, and I was involved. I'm an interior designer and was architectural background, so it's my passion. And with my builders, I learned everything. I learned about electricity, about pipes, everything. I was absolutely involved. And then from 2010, I rented out the place, my first place. And I was travel. That's what I was doing. I just enjoyed my life. I climbed the mountains. I crawl in the caves, swim, and, just meditate like for 6 months nonstop. So some stuff like that. I just enjoyed my life. I won't say that I was aware that I was landlord or any of those, it just was mostly, I will say, something what I feel right to do. That's give me freedom, give me some this lifestyle which I want. And then only in 2022, I realized that, that's actually much more opportunity there. Well, as I said, in the beginning, I was interior designer, was touch of architecture. I wouldn't say that that's like very deep architecture knowledge, but I know quite a lot my family architecture. So I was growing my life with all this.
Okay, cool. So, and in terms of kind of property education or, did you do any of that, or are you all kind of self-taught and just finding your way as it goes, or did you do any of the kind of education programs out there?
With first property, no. With second, it was mostly, learned by myself. But when it's going third, this big project. Yes. So I had a 1-year course with James and Phil. It's UK Breaks. So they was phenomenal.
They're just brilliant guys, aren't they?
They're just brilliant. They're amazing. I've been in another courses, I have to tell you. Yeah, like very short. But for me, very important, soul and friendship and relationships, emotions. Yeah, what kind of, when you see the people open and they're always there for you. And that's what I found with these guys. And they give us absolutely everything. Everything they know. They don't try to hide anything. They said everything, what difficulties we can meet on the way and what kind of positive way and how to do it, how to calculate the good deal and everything. So I absolutely appreciate their job and the knowledge what they share with us.
Okay, great. And I know they've got a bit of a mixed portfolio themselves. And I know Phil very well. And he started out very humbly with a kind of a field he was renting and putting a yurt in that. And now it's grown into a phenomenal business. And they're real advocates for the type of property that we're talking about today, which I think is kind of sort of multi-generational kind of holiday let, a larger property where families can go spend time together in fantastic looking buildings, beautiful environments, and really sort of enjoy that time together. And by the look of it, you've very much kind of followed that model.
Every step. Whatever they said, I just, when I was on their course, I allow myself to NLP, I think it's called, when you like self like motivate and NLP. So I allow my mind be open as much to believe each word what they say, just follow, not question, just follow. And that's what's happened. That's what I think, like I know that it should be like that. That's it. So it's, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, rather than kind of taking a little bit of information and saying, well, I'll do a bit of that, but also I won't do it completely. This sounds like it was a blueprint for you to kind of follow.
Just take it as it is and just follow. Do not create any alternative reality. Do not create anything else. They said they experienced, just go in this path. So I follow this path, obviously. Maybe should I do this one? Or maybe, no, I have to follow just this path. That's what I want to say.
So Tell us about this building then, and whereabouts it is, first of all. So geographically, is it near where you're located?
No, it's 1.5 hours away from me, which is fine. Some kind of human being, we're used to everything. Yeah, first it feels difficult, and it was really like 1.5 hours there, 1.5 back, and I have a child as well, so it was very complicated. But then slowly, some kind of we settled. My husband helped a lot, so and it's much easier now. 1.5 hours now, joy. I just drive and view and listen some podcasts or something. So fantastic. So it's very big up and sweet, and with a gorgeous view on the lighthouse. This beautiful house is 200 years old, and it was, I think, old pipe factory. So it's very beautiful history behind this. So the pipe factory make me think about the Alice in Wonderland. Sorry, I'm just maybe running front, but I really love this. And I was just know that in the same coast that actually was Alice in Wonderland book was born. So, and I was thinking, it's some kind of, I see the connection. So that's how my interior design, which we'll talk later probably, was born, Alice in Wonderland.
Okay, great. So how did you find it, and what kind of state of repair was it in, and what was the opportunity that you saw within this to kind of add value and improve it?
Yeah, so the house was empty for about 2.5 years when I got this. It was lots of cracks. But what was surprised me when I go in the house, it was no smell of damp. It was dry, very, very dry. I have to tell you that I did not really waste my time to go and see lots of houses. I saw just few. As James said, my mentor, he said that don't spend time on this. If numbers works, go and see it. And I was like, calculate, I don't know how many, like 80 houses. I was just taken. Just first, it was more for practice. I just sit on all my job for whatever time I have. I just take house and I do all the spreadsheets or all numbers. I was collected. I was learn how to do this. So, and then when you see the pattern, you some kind of, you some kind of, unconsciously what will work or not. You don't really need to put everything together when you do like about 80 houses. Yeah. You just see house and like, that's it. So, and interesting to say that I went and Anuk, see the house, another house. It was absolutely damaged. It's very, very difficult. And on the way back with my little one, I see a message, this house for sale, first day. Straight away a message. I said, can I see it now? They said, yes. So I go there, see the house, send offer. Not straight away, but it took me like 2 days or something. Send offer. So it was very straightforward. Some kind of me.
So what was it on the market for, and what was the offer you put forward?
Yes, so it was 295,000 and I offered 280.
And had there been a lot of interest in the property, or?
I won't say it was lots of interest. Well, I say it was lots of interest. Difficult to say, actually. I wouldn't say that people asked me much, people told me about it, but they have some interest. It was like few people. It's a big house. You see, it's a very big house. And not everybody saw potential. They sell it as a 3 bedrooms. But when you look around, you see potential. I saw the big bathroom, for example, they have, which can be easily cut for another bedroom. And there was how to say, like a room and another room, and between them it was arch. So it was some kind of like one big room. It's not really 2 rooms. But this arch, it's very easy to close. You just close the arch and you have 2 bedrooms. So some kind of, I saw potential of 5 bedrooms. And still, with 5 bedrooms, I still end up with 2 living rooms, with big kitchen, with utility room, and 3 bathrooms. I'm going to make another 1 bathroom. Just now I'm making that bed. So it's 2 bathrooms. Now I make another one. So I saw potential. And also, what was very big bonus, it's a huge piece of land, which allow probably 2 pots. About 2 pots, I think easily we can put there. So everything prepared for pots now. Just I'm not ready yet.
And so the really real nosy bit, actually, the financing side of things, how did you go about kind of lining up the finance? Did you have like a load of money in the bank to kind of buy this thing outright? Or was this a kind of combination of finance and private investor finance? How did you pull that together?
Yeah, so as I said, when I got my first property, so let's say like that, my first property, yeah, I sold it for £40,000. Yeah, that's all what I start with in 2022. That's what I have. That's because I see the friends around and they talk, oh, I just have 30,000. I have just 40,000. People think it's just, but it's not just. It's something what you can start with, isn't it? It's just self-belief again. It's just mind game, most of it. Yeah. So I sold it. So 40,000 key. I bought the flat in Edinburgh and Haymarket. So very good position. I return all this money quite fast, save this. And then when I start this project, I had some other savings as well. So I had about 50,000 K. So my money. So, and then when we start the process, I start looking for investors. That was adventure. I absolutely, for me, it's like a very scary public speaking. So I don't really like public speaking. It's very scary for me. And though I asked my friends to help me with this, and she organized for me a meeting with 15 wealthy people. And just imagine me there. Like, боже, it's so scary. It's so scary. But still, I know I was very passionate. I was on fire. I really wanted, guys, you see this opportunity. So yes, and I found few investors who invest with me, believe in me, and I really appreciate that, they believe in this project. So I have to say that I pay already almost all of them, just one left. So I'm happy about that, it's some kind of.
Okay, amazing. And that really is putting yourself out of your comfort zone, isn't it? So, and I think property is always that, isn't it? Whatever you're doing, you're always going to be pushing your comfort zone to a degree.
In each step you push yourself in comfort zone. It's true. But oh my God, how fun it is. It's so much fun. And you learn yourself, like first of all, I said about Alice in Wonderland, yeah. But if you will read this book, there is lots of phrases which actually helps me to move forward. If I will fall, what if you will fly? Stuff like that. That's what that I don't know how is everything ended up like that, but this book actually helps me as well. It motivates me, and when I feel that I'm going to fall, but then what if you fly and you move again? And another phrases, another. It's very very like powerful journey with properties, with anything what you're doing, when you never ever did this, yeah, and you go against your comfort zone, it's make you grow and fly and believe in yourself and I can do it. It was nice.
I mean, that's phenomenal to sort of, stand there in front of a bunch of kind of wealthy people who maybe don't know you, and you're just there saying, look, I've got this idea. I can show you what this is going to be. That's a big thing to do. I've been there, and it's no small thing to kind of pitch your real belief in something, and you have to really believe in it, I think. So tell us about the program of works then. So what did you have to do to the property? How much did it cost, and what was the timescale involved, and how hands-on were you in terms of the managing the project? And there's loads of questions there. So let's start with what needed to be done to the property, and how long did that take?
So what's need to be done? We have lots of cracks on the ceiling. We have cracks on the walls. I think it's different reason. We didn't really investigate deep what was happened. Maybe because it was empty for so long and temperature difference. Maybe it was draft or something, on the roof or something like that. It's very complicated. Anyway, so that's what we does. We cover the ceiling with a plaster boards. We make a new construction. So we just lower the ceiling and just make new ceiling, basically. We're not trying to restore this beautiful ceiling with all this, pieces. That's beautiful. And I don't want to really break it. It's always option. Just break everything and make it new. I don't really want it. It's it's character. So we just cover it and hide it some kind of. So the project, my deadline was 3 months. Nobody believed me. We did it in 3.5.
And finding a build team, it's an hour and a half from where you live. Finding good, kind of reliable, trustworthy builders can always be a challenge. So how did you overcome that?
So I have to say that my first team, which I found them 5 months before this project. So straight away when offer was accepted, it's take a long time to finance it. It's take really long time with bridging finance, which as well part of the deal. So bridging finance with developing funds, and then I remortgage it. Yeah. So as this process was a bit torturous for me, be honest. Everything about art and renovation, that's me. That's my cup of tea. Everything about the oldest site with documentation stuff, it was a bit torturous. But anyway, I went through. So the first guy, they actually let me down. They give them keys on 19th of December 2024, and every second day I was go in the house and it was nobody there. I was just walk alone at 12 till 4 o'clock. It's getting darker, and you drive back with all this, animals on the road and stuff. It's nobody there. So it was very disappointing. But then, it's very good to have good friends around. So Lindsay, like lots of people know her here. Lindsay, please help me. So she gave me the contact details, the guys. And so there was amazing builders and, borders all trades. So they're absolutely brilliant. Connor was amazing. He comes and I said, Connor, you need to start from Monday. He said, it was about like Thursday or something. He said, yeah, okay, we'll start it. So fantastic, phenomenal. He just found all these people. So heavy machinery comes. So everything's organized. Definitely builders, there's a keys and communication. So you understand each other. That was very important. I think lots of people know about it. But yeah, anyway. So, and we agreed on 3 months. He was a bit like, I said, I can do it. He said, but you need to supply everything. So we have to have everything if you want with the speed. They have everything what they need. They have exactly in a time. So it was a very good team. And yeah, we did it 3.5 though. That was small, 2 weeks delay, but fine. I think it's for this project, for this size of project, I think 3 months and 3.5 months. It's mega speed.
Yeah, absolutely. And how much did this cost? How much did the kind of full renovation and completely repackaging of this property come to?
Yeah, so it was 85, but I have to say that I still doing some stuff. But it's not obvious. It's not as much. For example, now the guests, they're asking for extra bathroom. So we're creating extra bathroom because I have storage room. So I'm making now, and I some kind of was prepared for this question for extra bathroom. We talk about 11, 12 people house. And so we prepare this storage with the pipes and electricity. So everything was there. Everything already there. So, and as I said, for the pots as well, we prepared everything. So all what we need, just put pots and connect all this stuff. So I think very important as well to think 10 steps ahead. What can happen? What kind of request it could be? It will be enough. Or if any doubt, so I think help yourself in the future. Yeah, just a little bit. So yeah, now I will say about 93 just now with all like new bathroom and some extra, lights and features and furniture, something like that.
Okay, great. And the end value of once this thing's finished, what did that come to, or where is it now, do you think? And how much money did you leave in the deal? And how do you structure that with investors in terms of leaving either their money or your money in the project?
Yeah. So the end value was 410, just price now. Maybe with extra bathroom and a pod, obviously it will be different price, but I'm not really rushing to do any value just now. With investors, just investments. They don't have shares. They don't have anything. It just they invested. People who invested like smaller amount, as I said, I already refunded. I pay them back. The guy, one person, very respectful. I'm with him till 2027, very happily. I mean, I can return now. Because after the refinancing, I can return now. But he said, no, I will stay with you for longer. And after we can go on next project. So some kind of, yeah.
Amazing. And so this is a sort of multi-generational holiday let. So we were talking about earlier on. So these are what, larger family groups that are coming and booking for kind of special occasions? Is that who your guests are?
Yes. So it's 11, 12. Why is it 12? Because we have extra small chair now. I see how it will go. Normally, originally it's 11 people. But I have lots of requests for 12. I don't know what this number about, but lots of people ask, can we have extra space? So I give them extra space. I don't have room there. The rooms are very, very big. So easily I can put another bed. People come for birthdays, I don't know, celebration, just girls' parties or something like that. Very different age, lots of kids. It's very much kids friendly. I have lots of toys and books there, dogs friendly, because as well you're trying to be flexible with this market and so beautiful. Yeah.
And how do people find you? Is this sort of traditionally through kind of Airbnb, or how does how would someone find out about your amazing house?
So yes, Airbnb it's probably 80%. I have to say. They was very good in the beginning. I don't know what's happening now. It's a bit slowed down. I wish they would have a little bit more effort, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they need to check their prices. I don't know. We're just working on it. We're trying to figure out why it's slowed down. Booking.com, just a little bit. And direct start grow, really. I have Facebook page, so probably that's help. I see that on Facebook page, lots of people come in and see they learn probably what kind of property, can we trust it? So, and then direct bookings. So I will say just now, it's Airbnb being direct. They probably will be my main focus and which I want to live and stay with.
And in terms of kind of a monthly cash flow, what does this deliver to you, and how is that structured with an investor or whatever? So, what does that look like?
Just now, be very, very honest, nothing just now, because I pay to investors. As I said, I still do bathroom, I still do some stuff, bits and bobs. So it's fine. But remember that I still have the after remortgage refinance, I still have this money. I start seeing the income. My expectation, it will be about 3.5, 4K. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, phenomenal.
After all expenses, I mean, yeah, after I
Yeah.
pay mortgage, after I pay everything. So that net.
Okay, amazing. And we're going to move on in a minute to say what next, what you're doing next. But I really wanted to kind of find out about the kind of systemization as well, because you're an hour and a half away. I'm going to make the assumption that you don't arrive on site to check every guest in and kind of manage the cleaning. So how important was the sort of systemization, and what and how do you manage that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so first of all, I want to come back to the question regarding the renovation. When I was renovation, every second day I've been there. I was absolutely aware about everything. I check everything. So I was absolutely there. You have to be there. If you want your vision, and my vision was a bit not very simple. When guys asked me, are you sure we're going to paint the ceiling pink? I'm like, go ahead. And that's red. Yes. So some kind of, I have to be there to say, yes, guys, all good. But also, sorry, I just go back a little bit, about renovation. Also, what I found very helpful, architectural drawing, must. You need to have very good architectural drawing. In each room, I have all the information about this room, what we need to do, all drawing, what kind of, like, where's the socket needs to be, what kind of height I want of the socket, everything. So you don't need to think about anything. They have everything. Then about colors as well. It's another paper which I put. So this wall will be like this wall will be like that. Because you know that it's not straightforward, some kind of just magnolia and that's it. Yeah, it's complicated. So they have everything in front of them. That helps as well. And now, so it's difficult for me. The most challenge, I think, it's find reliable cleaners. But you know what? In this business, service accommodation and holiday lets, yeah, I think your success, 60%, I will say 60%, it's cleaners. Simple as it is. That's my opinion. I mean, I'm there for guests all the time. I always there for them. I wake up at night if they need me. I do everything for them. But if they come in a dirty house, I will ruin everything. So it's taken me a while to find actually a very good, reliable lady. And she's doing an amazing job now. And I can trust her. And something happened. I called her. She said, 10 minutes, I'll be there. She's phenomenal. She's absolutely fantastic. Very proud.
Okay, fantastic. And in terms of the kind of channel manager you use, so you can kind of manage across different channels with Sykes and Airbnb and direct bookings, you use a channel manager to make sure people don't double book, I guess?
Yeah. So I use Price Labs and Logify. But Logify not connected to Sykes though. Sykes you have to do manually. So if you got anything in Sykes, you have to put in your bookings. If you have some bookings other way, you have to put on Sykes. That's a bit tricky. I hear another one. It's some kind of Superhost or something like that. They seems like do Sykes, but I need to double check this. Yeah, just now it's Price Labs, which works perfectly for me, and I don't really bother not spend time for prices. And I check the prices sometimes. Of course, I check if it's okay. Yeah, and Logify.
Does the channel manager kind of let your cleaner know when they need to be there and that kind of stuff, or is that down to you kind of manually letting them know?
It's mostly manually. I do with cleaners. I want to keep some control, and for me, it's easier just contact her direct, send her screenshots. She has the Airbnb co-host. They can add some kind of co-host. She can see when it's new bookings arrive, especially if it's 80% from Airbnb. So she has access to the booking. Just see when who comes. But just also I check with her how everything goes, and I will be there as well for her. Just, we need to settle that. It's quite a young project. Just in April we start. I believe that in future, maybe when we work together for 1 year or 2 years, maybe I don't need even we will structure it, and it will be trust, and I know that she's there. She not miss it. I know that, it will be trust. That's very important. Yeah. When she's my hands there, she is like, have to be there for me, because I can't drive 1.5 hours for me. Drive, it's far away.
And so your guests, do they typically stay for a sort of a weekend, a long weekend, or for a week? Or, do you have kind of gaps where you think, okay, I'm often kind of empty Tuesday to Thursday or something? How do you make sure the property is kind of full, the vast majority of the time?
Yeah. So most popular, it's weekend, obvious. 3 nights minimum, though. That's what I do. Again, because I'm still, I need to gather the reviews. I need to see strategy, which will work exactly in this area for 11 people and stuff like that. So I'm looking for different strategies. Just now, 3 days minimum. And yeah, as I said, weekends is the most popular, but same time, like April almost sold out all April. I have about 5 days left there on the. So you see, that's how it's work. It's like some months will be very popular. Some months like January, February will be a bit less popular.
Okay, and so let's talk about you. You talked a little earlier on that your kind of passion had been for a long time, kind of traveling, seeing the world, doing amazing things, meeting great people. Do you see property as a vehicle to kind of being able to continue doing that, or are you at the moment saying, well, actually, right now I want to grow the business, and I've got plans later on. Where do you see this going for you?
I'm trying to find the balance. I think it's very, very important. I'm not very, how to say, if I see the goal, yes. If I see this house, yeah, I did absolutely everything to make it happen. Sometimes it feels it won't happen, but it's happened. Just self-belief and everything. But I'm trying to find the balance. I want have nice life. We never know how long we have here, just unpredictable. So
That's unfortunately very true. Yeah. So
yeah, so just find the balance, and just enjoy life and same time still doing some nice, interesting projects and continue and improve the project with the properties which I already have. Give them maybe boost, or as I said about pods or stuff like that, not like, yeah.
And so when you look back at this project, now you're kind of through it, were there any hiccups along the way or any hurdles or any problems that you didn't foresee when you took the project on, which, if you were sharing this and with other people and people watching this and reading this, that you'd say, I didn't expect this to happen, this was what I would be aware of in my next project. Were there any kind of lessons learned along the way, or did it all go really smoothly?
No, it's not go smoothly at all. It was incredibly complicated. It was very difficult. It was challenging. I won't say difficult because difficult is a strange word for me. What is difficult? Challenging. It was challenging. So it was not easy. Uh, I I had this when it was bridging finance process. Yeah, for me that was the most difficult. My mom was here to help me because I have little child, so she helped me with this. I don't remember her here. I remember only one day when I turned around and said, "Oh, Mama, you here?" It was after 2 months when she arrived. I don't remember. It just blank. I just don't remember. It was so stressful and incredibly challenging. It's like every day I have new message about, oh, we need to ask you 13 more documents or another 7 documents. I didn't know I have so many documents, to be honest. So that's for me the most difficult part, the most difficult. Maybe because I'd never had big project like that before. Maybe because I'm not native, not from here, not from very popular, with not very popular citizenship just now in the world. Anyway, so it was a bit, difficult. Then renovation. Oh, that was just absolutely fun and enjoy. That's where it was me.
So
I
it was
all
more the legal and kind of financial framework bit was the more challenging aspect for you then.
very challenging, very challenging. For me, it's very, very challenging. And find the money, find the finances. I mean, just imagine the stress. So many people involved. I don't want to let anybody down. People believe in me. I have so much support and I believe in myself. I don't want to let my down as well. I know I can do it. I can do it. That was very difficult, and especially when we was in the process. In the beginning, I expected so be 75% from the price from the bank. Yeah, so I need to find 25% deposit. That's what I mean. Yeah, and the stamp duty about £9,500. That's what my expectation. And ta-da! Overnight, stamp duty is £15,500. And the bridging finance, I said, no, we give you only 60%. Just imagine. Each step it was like that, that's a complication. So on ta-da, I need to find more money and I need to figure out how to make it happen. It's happened.
I wanted to ask about the refinancing side of things. So is it a kind of holiday let finance product that you're on, and how do they assess the value of it? Is it on the income or the bricks and mortar value of the property? What does that look like?
Yes, so there are it was 410, as I said. Yeah, the bricks they just take other value. How you call bricks and how you say it?
Yeah,
bricks and
bricks and mortar, so just the value as a house rather than the income side of things. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. I'm sorry. You see, I'm very much I'm artist, so I'm more about accurate, than all this was. I Google it if I need. So that's how they see that's, and it was very straightforward. It was like incredibly easy, very easy. They didn't ask much. I sent them a couple of documents. Boom, done in a week or two or something like that. It was very straightforward.
Okay, so you didn't need to sort of demonstrate a kind of track record in terms of the income that it was producing. They were able to assess the kind of the asset as a holiday let anyway there, and then know that it was going to be able to you're going to be able to afford the kind of a mortgage product on it.
I sent them the proof from Sykes, what Sykes predict, and
Okay,
they
yeah.
predict 85K per year. So, and lender was very comfortable because they can see that I can easily pay the mortgage.
Okay, amazing. So, I mean, what a cool project. I love this, and you're obviously so passionate about it. Are you looking at other projects now, or what's the plan right now?
So the plan just now, as I said, step by step. I don't like push too much on myself. Just step by step. Especially when you have kids. You have a kids. Yeah, I see lots of
I
photos
do.
behind.
Yeah.
So
I've got mine are now they're nearly 16. My 16-year-old twins I have. So yeah, these are all the school photos. People think I've got like 50 kids or something. No, it's just the two.
So I have 6 years old. So just imagine you've been there. You know how hard it is. It's lots of
I
work.
do. I'd love to tell you it gets easier, but I'm not gonna lie on camera. So
The first person who not lying me about it. I remember my mother-in-law told me just first year it will be difficult. No, it's not getting easier. Well, not at all. No, it's just not getting easier. So my priority is, as I said, it's balance. I want to be a mother. I want to be for my son. And at the same time, I have another 2 babies, you can say like that. Yeah, there's projects that I have, and one of them very big and grow very fast. Pots, yes, that's my next stage. So just now, I'm in process of the renovate another bathroom. The next it will be pots. We prepare everything. So I'm waiting for the quotes from a couple of builders. So when we make pots, then after a couple of years, which is 1 year from 1.5 year, after 1.5 year, I will see if I can refinance it and just, as a commercial. And then from there, I will look my castle. Everybody know, and everybody asked me, did you find your castle? Have you bought your castle already? I'm like, not yet, but I'm almost there.
So with the pods, will they be an extension with the same group staying in there, so you can just cater for like a slightly larger group, or will that be a different sort of unit of other people unrelated guests staying in there? What will that look like?
That's what I need to actually explore. There is very phenomenal house. This house very interesting. So it will be difficult to explain, but so the house stands some kind of behind the house. It's a rock, if you imagine, yeah, and it's street. If you go up on the street, you go on the first floor of the house. So you can go in the house from a first floor, or you can go through the down street, through the garden on the ground floor. So it's when I will see the potential that if it's not go at the house, it can go at the 2 separate flats. Yeah. So with plots, same. Like I have it's not really this land. It's cut with a very tall stone fence. So I just put the gate and I some kind of separate 2 lanes. And I have 1 lane with this house, with land in front, with hot tub. Everything is plenty space and still have massive plot. And to this plot, I have another path. Go exactly to the spot or to this plot, to this land from some kind of other neighborhood or some kind of site. So they're not really, I can make them not connected or I can make them connected. I just need to see how market goes. You some kind of goal with this and maybe promote if it's go like that, or maybe it's go like that and see, because on a paper, when you take paper, it's just one thing. Yeah. But when in reality, people may ask, oh yes, we need an extra 4 spaces. If it's 2 pots for 2 people, for example, yeah, for 4 spaces, for 4 places to sleep. Yeah, maybe like that. So I need to go see how it goes. Maybe it will be 1 big pot. That's another things which I want to speak with builders. It just depends. So the thing is, regarding the pot, yeah, you need to crane. Just things like that. It's not so simple. Sometimes it seems, oh, it's simple. But you need to think some kind of beyond. To bring pot, you need crane. The crane will take this pot and it's not lifted. and put it on the land far away from the roads. And if pot will fly above the houses, living houses, I'm not sure that council or whoever it is will be agree with this. So these things which I want to speak with builders, how we actually will make it happen. Like with hot tub, for example, that was a challenge. We have to do it manually because crane cannot lift the hot tub like above the houses if it's fall down on a house. You know what I mean? So that is a tricky situation. You think, oh, easy peasy, but then surprise.
Well, it looks like you're loving those challenges. So that's really great to see. As we come towards the end of this, I'm sure that we'll have people who watch this and are reading this in YPN magazine or reading it or watching it on our membership site who maybe want to reach out and find out a little bit more and maybe see if there's a way to work with you in some way. Is there a place that we can steer people to? How's the best place for them to kind of connect with you?
Through email or call. I love to speak about it. Whoever wants to call me and talk about it, yes, let's talk about it. As I said, I feel a bit lonely sometimes, with this journey because, it's like we have communities here, but we meet each other not very often, and especially when you do big project, you're very busy. You don't really can just go every week and see the people. So that could be some kind of lonely on the way. So I'm very happy to chat with anybody.
Well, let's take your email address, and could you give us your email address now? And so if people want to reach out, they can do so.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. Daria name, I don't know, not everybody know how to spell it, but Daria Meikle @gmail.com. So
okay,
that's
great. And we're gonna make sure we've got a contact you box in the article as well. So that's brilliant. Well, Daria, it's been amazing talking to you today. It's an absolute pleasure and a privilege. We couldn't do what we do at YPN, connecting with ordinary people who've got extraordinary projects and do amazing things in property and should be justifiably enormously proud of that. So we're delighted to be able to share that with our members. So thank you for joining me on the call today.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your time.
Learn from people who've been there and done it. Real investors, real lessons. YPN.plus.